Hello, my name is Talia Laguna, and what I observed in the kindergarten classroom I chose, what I observed in relation to the APERS assessment was that overall the classroom had an appropriate learning environment for students with structure, a visual schedule that was placed in front of the classroom for everyone to see, and it also had a positive learning climate. However, I think the teacher could have definitely improved on preparing students for transitions as well as disruptions and unprecedented events such as earthquake drills, assemblies, or fire drills. However, if I rate the classroom in terms of it being appropriate for students with ASD, I would say it could be better. But the classroom I observed is a general education classroom, and the child with autism I paid close attention to could really benefit from more support that is not available there. But other than that, it was appropriate for the majority of the students. The aspects of the classroom that were appealing to me were the developmental areas for the students to play in that were available to them. So the teacher had several different toys that optimize the learning of students. So that was really nice to see, and she had them in different bins and they were labeled with pictures on them. I also liked that she had a break area where students could go take a break if needed. And in this area, she had a visual chart of different calming strategies that children could look to when they're feeling frustrated or they don't know how to problem solve and they are crying in frustration or they are angry. And one of the things that are mentioned are taking deep breaths, and this is shown by indicating to students that they should count to 5. So the chart would say, okay, we're going to take deep breaths, and it shows a hand counting to 5. And on the other hand, what was not appealing to me is that she had a lot of clutter towards the back of the classroom, near the back wall. And that could cause distractions for many students, especially students on the spectrum. So that's something that I didn't like, that I didn't find appealing. However, my overall impression of the classroom learning environment was that it has structure, like I mentioned. It has routines for the most part, with the exception of certain events that happen all of a sudden, and the teacher has not prepared the students for it. But for the most part, I saw that there were routines in the classroom that were followed every day, and there are appropriate developmental toys for the students to use, and it also has all of the classroom materials the students can possibly need available to them. In addition, it has a reward system for good behaviors, and nonetheless, it is a general education classroom. Oh, I apologize, and it also has consequences for misbehaviors. But it is a general education classroom, so it does not have a sensory area with beanbags and exercise balls like maybe a moderate to severe classroom would. It doesn't incorporate a token board system for each student that may need it, and it doesn't have several visuals that students with autism would benefit from. But overall, it had every toy that students at that age would want to play with and would be able to learn with, and it had appropriate things in the classroom that were appropriate for general education students, and some things for the most part were appropriate for children on the spectrum, but the child I observed could definitely benefit from more support, so that's something that I noticed. Thank you.